All right.
Back at it again.
Debate-ent Royale is not sponsored by local Hive honey hot sauce.
Just a disclaimer for the last episode.
But damn, this shit
y'all heard
good,
him,
bro.
You heard him talking about that honey hot that whole time. Man,
We keep that honey hot.
I'm gonna have to buy me a bottle because of how much you praise that shit, bro.
Good.
Not again, not sponsored.
You know what?
Not sponsored.
Sponsor us. This is the next Fairlife. Sponsor us.
You know what?
What do you put it on, bro?
Matter of fact, Fairlife.
Everything.
Cause y'all ain't contact us. What you said fuck me for? Fairlife.
I know, right? They really
You
did
see all
dirty.
this melanin, all this chocolate? I go with your chocolate milk. We could do an ad, but y'all said fuck me. All right.
I just imagine Jaydon's on like a spinning podium and they do like a close zoom in shot of his skin and then just turns into chocolate milk.
I'm saying.
That would
Put
be
that
too
shit in the
intense for me.
ad. Make that shit a clip. That same exact description that Ganesh just gave, right? We gonna post it. We gonna at Fairlife on all the apps and be like, Fairlife, lock in.
Put that shit in an AI prompt.
Oh, hell no. Fuck AI.
Ooh.
Yes, fuck AI. If
By
you
the
an
way-
artist, fuck
by-
AI.
By the way, that was her stinger.
What a stinger.
What a stinger. Our stinger, fuck AI.
Welcome back to the Debate-ent Royale podcast, episode 23.
Jordan,
Come
I'm
on.
in the club. I am perk with some shades on. Tatted up mini skirt with my J's on.
Does this come out in December? Yeah, this comes out in December. Oh, shit.
We are close to Crystal Tog. Yeah.
Crystal Tog. This comes out right before my birthday.
Hey,
Let's get a happy birthday in the chat for our dog
Happy
Braulio.
birthday. Happy birthday.
Guys, I'm turning 20.
Happy
I'm
birthday
turning 26.
to ya. Happy
Damn!
birthday. Damn your ass old, man.
Yo,
Your
if
ass old as shit, boy.
if this was the 1800s, you'd be dead, bro.
You would have been past middle age, gang.
Yo, you would have gotten a touch of consumption by now, bro.
4 more years, you elderly.
Bro, you guys,
Oh my
My
God.
boy,
you guys would have scabby by now, bro.
I know, bro. Like it would have been crazy.
Scabby.
Yeah, I would have had scurvy for sure. I would have been a pirate.
Hell yeah.
Gold in me chest, never in the
Hell
bank.
yeah, we on the Caribbean.
I ride or die before I walk the plank.
That's why you don't remember
This dude
the words.
living One Piece.
Oh,
Gold in me chest for a long time. Musket on me hip for a long time. I forget the rest of the words. I be in the brig if I commit the wrong crime. Yar.
Yar.
You
Singing
Yar.
sea shanties out here.
Yo ho, hoist the sails. Hoist the colors high. Heave ho,
Thieves.
thieves and beggars. Never shall we die.
Just spewing straight up garbage. Talking about blah blah.
This nigga mad I could be a pirate for real. That's what it is. You mad I could be a pirate for real. That's what it is, you hating ass nigga.
Man, go catch some scurvy, bro.
Man, I'm
Off
gonna
the
take your
plank.
gold, nigga.
walk the plank.
Man, walk the plank.
I'm gonna take your jewels.
You gonna take my jewels? Oh hell no.
Jeez.
Yo.
So how are you guys?
I'm cooling. I'm chilling.
Feeling like Michael
type shit.
Jordan.
Type shit.
I'm feeling good too. I just ate a sandwich
Ooh,
with some
what was in
local
the
sandwich?
honey sauce.
Cuts to an ad.
He ate him a sandwich. He ate him a sandwich.
Do you like honey? Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired?
Yes.
So am
Yes.
I.
Binding vow. Y'all can't kill yourselves unless we do it together.
I have no idea what you said.
Nobody hear that?
You know, this entire
Good.
time, Jaydon, I have
Moving
been
on.
struggling to understand you.
Me too. In the last specifically
Do I
in the
sound
last
far away?
episode, I had my earbuds in, and I was like, "What?"
So wait, have y'all not been understanding me this whole time?
What?
Hello?
It's like real choppy, like chop more than some onions.
Should I switch? Should I switch?
I was about to say something crazy. Cut this out. I was about to say.
Made it personal.
Y'all thought I didn't know that. Y'all could have told me
Nah,
something.
nah. That's just me being petty.
Oh, okay.
Cause I'm a ride or die
Hold
for
on.
my friends.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
I
Thank
love
you. Thank you.
I love y'all.
I love y'all too. Go, Power
I love how it's still recorded. Mighty Morphin. I call Black Ranger.
It's Morbin time. No kidding.
It's Morbin time.
Braulio, you have no choice. You have to be Red Ranger.
All right, I'll take Red Ranger.
It fits. It fits.
I know you probably were cool with that, but like I want you to know you like literally had no choice. You have to be Red.
I was listening.
There was no
Why
like
so?
there's the nigga runs this entire operation, bro.
That's true. That's true.
Ganesh, I feel like you're either blue or black.
Ooh.
Blue or Black Ranger.
I was debating blue. I was debating blue and green.
I was
But
gonna
I
say
could see
green.
blue.
I was gonna say green.
And that's,
Damn, it's between blue and
avoid,
green.
to avoid the fact that we all want to be Tommy Oliver, we're gonna avoid green. We're gonna avoid green,
okay.
even though green's my favorite color. We're gonna avoid green.
Yeah.
Right?
Wait, why are we
I'm
voting
literally-
green?
Braulio, you're red.
I'm literally wearing green right now.
Wait, why are we voting green? I
also
said
wearing
that
green.
Ganesh was
I'm also
green.
wearing green. You think Ganesh
think
is green
Jaydon
and
wants
green
to
is
be
my favorite
green.
color? Gang.
I was gonna say Braulio's definitely red.
Green.
I
green on my
think
ear,
I think I see
green on my
Jaydon
shirt.
as blue.
Crazy.
Yo, crazy how,
You
crazy
see
how
me
Jaydon
as
showed me his
blue?
Patara earrings. Like that has anything to do with this? Just because they're green,
My
bro.
Potara earring green, bro. Yes, bro. I wear these all the fucking time.
Bro,
Green is literally my favorite color.
Green's my favorite color too.
Since when?
What do you mean since when? Since I was born,
Since
bro.
when?
Yo, this dinosaur green.
Yo,
This is the green.
my bowl is green.
Yo,
My bowl
Bro.
is
I
green.
didn't know his
My
ass
flag
was
green.
green.
I'm
My
from the
flag
same
green.
country as you.
Okay.
That's my flag too.
Well, okay, no, but y'all didn't tell me. Should I switch out of the laptop? You get
Oh hell
stung.
no! Why that dino cheeked up?
I'm gonna have to cut that audio out.
Y'all didn't answer my question.
Gotta
Should
do
I
a
switch-
cover of. Gotta do a
Should I
cover of
switch
my
off from
butt
the-
cannot lie.
I like.
Focus. Can y'all focus? I'm asking a serious question. Do y'all want me to switch from the MacBook to the iPad so that way y'all can hear me?
Yeah, probably because this whole time we didn't even know you were speaking.
Okay.
We do
Okay.
things on the spot on this podcast.
Now.
We really do.
Okay, so I'm gonna be disconnected from y'all for a sec.
Cue in the elevator music.
I'm not disconnected from y'all, the camera though. Y'all gonna hear
Alright.
me.
How you been,
It's
bro?
okay.
I'm good, man.
These niggas trying to.
I just want to like make
Green
some
is
kind
my
of
color.
deal,
It's been my
like,
color my
so
whole
that we
life.
could
Like,
co-
what are we talking about?
conspire
I look the
against
best in
Jaydon.
green. Like,
Yeah, because
But
we uploaded the
I don't
video.
think because we
Yeah.
all love Tommy Oliver, rest in peace, all that
I
good
don't know.
stuff. You know, I want to avoid that.
Oh.
We should
that
prank
beef.
Jaydon.
So I think
How so?
Ganesh Blue Ranger.
I don't know. Let's
I
just
think
be
I'm
really
black.
suspicious for no reason.
Braulio's red. Y'all tell us in the comments
How
what y'all
so?
think.
Like,
just
how
like
should
Braulio,
we
you
act?
gonna
Like
see this
pretend like
in
we did
post.
something even though we
Just
didn't.
make this a separate clip of me talking to the people. It's
Okay.
okay.
I got you.
All
I
right.
think I can do that.
I think it'll be really funny. He'll be like mad paranoid like we did.
It's been
Something.
mad long to connect to this shit. Hold on.
Man, he's taking a while, dude. What the hell?
All right, now let's see.
Got a switch. There you go.
Oh, stop.
All right.
Oh, y'all was talking shit? It's all right. It's all right.
You made sure to wait, Braulio. You made
You
sure
said-
to.
Yeah.
All right.
Y'all talking shit? It's okay.
Nah,
bro.
It's okay. I was talking shit too. Don't worry.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I was talking about how I really deserve to be the Green Ranger, but you know, I'm making peace with the people.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I think Braulio's red, you blue, Ganesh, I'm black.
I mean, you are black.
Black Ranger, you bitch. You see? I'm gonna get the internet police on you.
Oh man.
And goddamn, it's okay.
Today I want to talk about some movies.
Oh, bet. My specialty.
Hell yeah. So first, we actually have to review Predator Badlands. We're late. This coming out in December, so we're late. But
Just know we saw it.
we saw it. It was good.
Well,
I still didn't get a chance. I'm sorry, y'all.
Jaydon might have seen it by the time you're watching this, but we won't be discussed right now.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I thought it was.
season.
I thought
got
it
me in
was
the chokehold.
fantastic.
okay.
And I'm a big Predator fan. That's the thing that made me sad about it for real, because I do want to see it.
Yeah, I'm
Gotta
not.
see it, man.
I haven't watched all the Predator movies. I'm not like the biggest Predator guy, but me and Nancy just wanted to watch it. We had a movie night, and it was really good. Solid story.
Yeah. I love that they include a lot from the Alien franchise, more than I thought they were going to include.
Yeah, the company, shoot,
Wayland Yutani?
Yutani, yeah. But that was really cool.
A lot of references to both franchises.
You think?
And the same. Yep.
Well, you say the same as what?
The same director of Prey also directed Predator Badlands, so it kind
Nice.
of correlates.
Oh yeah.
Oh, now I know it's good because Prey was bomb, bro.
Yup. I'm telling you,
I
bro.
loved Prey. Like,
You're
shit.
gonna love this movie. Like, I already know that this is gonna be like a hyperfixation for you.
Shit. I'm gonna be planning how to fight that nigga, aren't I?
You're gonna be speaking the Yautja language.
Oh my god, bro. Every time I go on a Predator stint, I start doing the fucking noise, the like whatever the fuck. I can do it. I just don't got the brain power for it right now.
To insert a Yautja growl.
Rawr. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, no, but
I just did it in the mic, by the way.
Feisty ass Yautja.
it was very fun. I forgot, dude. I had something I was gonna say, and I totally forgot, dude. Oh,
About Predator.
yeah, about Predator. Oh no, I gotta watch the rest of them. I do want to, but
Yeah.
I watched like.
I
most
really
of the first
enjoyed
one.
I enjoyed the world building that they did on that planet.
Yeah, I just like that a Predator, like a Yautja, was the main character.
Yeah.
You know,
And like they were able to pull some emotion from it, you know? Like they
Yeah.
managed to like make it appear like human without making it seem like too vulnerable. Like
Mhm.
I like that they made him like weak, you know.
Yeah, that was really nice. It was a really nice movie. Sorry, but
They could have made it into two parts, if anything.
You think so? Like just
I
that one
think
movie?
so. Yeah, I think they could have made it into two movies. Like
That's
I
an
honestly
interesting
kind of
take.
preferred if they did. I would have preferred
Ooh.
if they made it two movies, if anything. Just because
I
I
don't
feel
know
like
if
there
you
was
guys have
some.
watched this.
What was that?
There's also this other movie. I think it was Predator, King of Predators, or something like that. It was an animated one.
Or Killer of Killers.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think it was Killer of Killers.
Yeah, no, I didn't watch that one, but I watched a video about it.
Yeah, put that on your list. Put that shit on your list. It bang.
What were you gonna say, Ganesh?
Oh yeah, no, I feel like they definitely could have made it into two parts where it's like the first part is when it's kind of like that storyline of, you know, getting the trophy, and then the second part is like getting his lick back. Like center the first movie around that world, and then the second movie gets centered around the Yautja planet. It's like Yautja Prime or something like that.
That's an interesting take. I think they could have done that. I think they could have done that. But I like what they did, and I'm excited.
It gave
for
me
what
like
comes.
Guardians of the Galaxy vibes.
A little bit. I'm excited for what comes. I'm excited for what's coming.
Yeah.
Like, hopefully, Predator makes a comeback. Do you think they're gonna do a Predator versus Alien movie,
I don't know.
like a new one?
I don't know. I don't think
I would
so.
hope so.
Because Alien,
I would
look,
hope so.
both Alien and Predator now have shown that they are making great movies. Like Alien Romulus was freaking fire, bro.
And the Alien Earth series too.
You can do
We're
an
on a
updated
roll.
version.
Hey,
You can do an updated
y'all
version.
y'all saw
take
our
where they
horror
picked
tier list for Halloween. We love the Alien franchise over here.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Predator's right there.
Yep.
Was Predator on that list? I don't remember.
Predator was not on that
I
list.
think. Oh,
I don't think
yeah.
Predator was on that list.
it's more action than horror. I'd
Yeah.
say.
Mm-hmm.
That's also true.
And it's definitely more action than horror with this movie.
Jaydon, I know you've watched a couple movies since last time.
Yes, sir.
You want to share with us what you've
Shall I?
watched?
Shall I begin?
Go ahead.
Share it with the class.
So, I have to admit something to you guys, the people.
Oh.
First things first, first order of business. We are revisiting the Thunderbolts conversation.
I'm still listening.
And why is that?
I've gone back. I've revisited the footage, right?
Uh-huh.
I've concluded that on screen, off of what you guys have seen, Braulio did not dick ride. What happened was Ganesh was hating on that shit so damn hard that Braulio had to match that response, which made it in turn seem like dick riding.
Very true.
Outside of the camera, he gave it the what just happened? Why did it flick around like that? What the fuck?
Yo, Braulio's camera just got attacked.
Oh my gosh. Dog.
What
Is that
happened?
My dog.
Did he
Tino!
like jump?
Yeah. Freaking Tino.
What the hell?
What the hell, man?
Tino has attacked Braulio's camera, flipped that shit all the way to the side. We were all confused.
Oh, jeez.
Off camera, Braulio, I think, gave it enough proper glaze. I will say that. Again, I maintain the fact that of the normal amount of glaze that he gave it that was well deserved, to me, it didn't hit the mark. That's just a personal thing. Now, going past that conversation, we also have to revisit a clip from episode 3 of our podcast.
Damn.
We
We're going
briefly,
back.
we briefly talked about Joker. Roll the clip.
But I watched Joker too.
I thought Joker 2 was good.
You're a morally questionable
Dude,
individual.
you're fucking.
All right.
That movie was like that movie had nothing.
Fully, I do.
Why do you think it's good?
I think it's good because it does keep Joker's origin story a little ambiguous. And it's unpredictable.
Okay,
like
how
the
does
character.
it keep it ambiguous? Where the first one did?
Well, I mean, now it's kind of just like, all right, who the fuck is the Joker?
You're defining the movie being good by its ending
I
and-
mean,
and not
ultimately,
the
it's the
quality of
last impression.
and not the quality of the overall movie.
Oh, yeah, the quality of the overall movie was good too.
No.
Nah?
No.
Really? Why?
No.
Why?
Because to me it did not justify its existence as like why is this
As a
thing-
sequel.
Why is it a musical, first of all? Like not
Why
not look, fair to you. It could be a musical.
Yeah.
but justify his existence. That's my thing.
So
If you're
okay.
gonna make a creative choice, like you gotta justify it within it. You can't just do something
So
and put Lady Gaga in it and then expect it to be like, oh yeah, great.
so here's my counterclaim to that. Are you familiar with the
The
concept
tragedy
of
of Darth Plagueis the Wise.
Darth Plagueis the Wise?
You're gonna learn about that. It's
You're gonna
okay,
learn
Braulio.
about that. Don't worry. Surrealism as a filming art form.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's the reason why.
Yeah.
But the thing is, to me, because that was an argument that somebody made to me, and then I was like, on that basis, cool. It was still performed poorly for me. Right. Now, that being said, I have to be honest with you guys. I completely lied my ass off there. At that point in time, I had not seen either of the Jokers.
I knew it. I knew it.
I had not seen either of them. I have this ability to take the context of the conversation, analyze it with some pattern recognition, and then insert my own little thing to make it sound like I know what I'm talking about.
Straight up lying on this podcast, bro. You need to get fact checked.
That being said, I have now gone and watched both of those in succession. Joker 1 and 2.
What are your thoughts? Accurate thoughts.
Why was my opinion the same exact thing as I said
Oh
in episode 3? My opinion was the exact same, and I said that is actually a shame. The fact that I had not seen either one of them, and then after seeing them, my opinion did not change. In fact, it may have been a little worse.
Oh, go more in detail, please.
First things first, let's talk about the beauty that is that first Joker movie. That first Joker movie hit so hard, I had to pause it at some points because it was getting a little too real.
That's fair. Shout out Newark. It got very real.
It got a little too real. A couple of times he got stomped out. I was like, whoa.
I was like, this is too real. I might just see myself in the background.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm and then the secondhand embarrassment I was getting for bro was crazy.
When he was dancing in the children's hospital and the gun fell out of his
And
pocket.
the gun came out. Fucking when he was doing the freaking live performance shit for the stand up, and bro was just laughing and it was deadpan silent. I said, "Oh my god,
Dude,
please
that's
God
horrible.
help." Bro, my anxiety was killing me, bro. So much of it was beautiful. I think the thing that really hit me is the fact that we find out that Arthur is an unreliable narrator.
Yep.
Like all of a sudden there, like I fully thought that him and that girl was really locked in a little bit. You know, and she just liked his little weird ass, and I was like, "Oh,
My
that's
boy was
so cute.
delusional.
She like her little weirdo. I love it." He made it up. And when I realized that, I was tripping because I was like, wait, that means. And then we find out that his mom not really his mom, but he has the same behavior traits as her. I said, yo, that is crazy.
Right? Finding out his backstory.
Find out his backstory. You know, at first we think he's Thomas Wayne's son, and I believed it. I believed
You
it.
believed it?
For a
Bro.
second? Hell yeah, I believed it.
He looked the same age as Thomas Wayne.
Rich niggas are notoriously known for stepping outside of their families. Young,
Fair.
old, otherwise. It was entirely possible. Right? That being said, finding out that he not even related to the mom to begin with, boy, let me tell you, that shit sent me through a loop. When that nigga punched him in the face in that bathroom, I said, oh yeah. I know some shit about to go down and everybody about to die. And did.
And did.
Niggas were really dying. Like when he killed Randall ass, and he said, yeah, you know, boom, boom, boom. Poor Gary, bro. Poor Gary, bro. What do you even do, Gary? Gary could have been a full-size person, and I still would have been like, what do you even do, Gary? So let alone the fact that he got dwarfism going on, I feel so bad. Arthur, could you
They
reach
did
the
him
lock,
dirty,
please?
bruh. They did him dirty, bruh. He couldn't even reach the doorknob.
I was like, yo, that shit was heartbreaking. It
That
really
was a
was.
sick joke, bruh.
And then when he put that bullet in Murray, I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie.
that was cold.
I'm not
I
gonna
was gonna badass.
I'm not gonna lie. I became one of them Joker niggas in the streets in that moment because I started clapping. I stood up and started
Yup.
clapping. I said, "Get his ass, Artie!
Yup.
Get his ass!"
Cause the way he hyped it up too, he was like,
He
"That's
said,
what you
get what you
get."
fucking deserve. Bah. I said, "Oh,
That
yeah.
was cold.
It was cold.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
very cold.
Yo,
And
we
then
need to
spun
see a
back.
Joker edit, bro.
And then spun back and shot him in the chest." Mhm.
Word. He said, "Let me run it back.
Mhm.
Let me tap it twice."
And I'm not gonna lie, seeing him do his little dance on top of that car, and that's how we end the shit. I'm not gonna lie, that movie was 10 out of 10.
Wow.
We should have left it at that. We
That's
should have
fair.
left it at that.
That's fair. It didn't need a sequel. I'll say that. I will say that. It does not need a sequel.
Now, discussing the sequel. The overall glaring issues that threw it off for me is two main things. Story content wise, it's about 45 minutes of content. That could have been an HBO special called The Trial of Joker. Story content wise. You take out the fact, if you take out the amount of times we have him restart his day in prison to show the different effects of how different things are affecting his status in prison, and you give one distinct one where he ain't shit and one where he is the shit, the point would have been made. And then the rest of it, 45 minutes. Right? So, in terms of story-driven content that mattered, it wouldn't, I don't think it would have made full-length feature length. I think it was primarily buffed by the musical bits and whatever. And we're gonna discuss the musical bits in a few. The other thing that I didn't like is the fact that it spoon-fed a lot of the stuff to you.
That's fair. Yeah.
A lot of the revelations and things. You know, I was not surprised that Arthur was gonna die.
Yeah.
I wasn't surprised at who it was because we saw the dude's face and whatever. If you had kept dude in the background, fuzzy the whole time, but just slightly looking at him, because I noticed it when I locked in that he was gonna do something to Arthur when he reached out to him in the first couple minutes of the movie.
Ah.
That's when I locked in. Right?
You're good.
Yeah, that's when I locked in. Right? But had you kept him in the background, I wouldn't have noticed him if they didn't put the camera on him at all.
Yeah, that's true. They do spoon feed it like that.
Yeah, and I think that took away the fact that he dies at the end. Because if you had him hinted at the end and then visually it just seems like a random nigga and we were like, what the fuck? That ruined that for me. We should not have been consciously aware of that nigga. All right. I think the thing that made Joker, the first Joker, really, really good is the fact that the Easter eggs were genuinely embedded and hidden. And it's not revealed until it's revealed.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that the director had this desire for simplicity, I think. So that way you didn't have to think too hard. I don't know if y'all heard the Alexa or whatever.
No.
Nah.
But yeah. I feel like he had the desire to make the viewer not think too hard or perceive too hard. And I think that took away from, you know, the engagement of the film for me a little bit. So that being said, it's like, yeah. Going on to the musicals, I had said something about the surreal aspect of film. Do I still think that stands? Yes. That being said, at times, I felt like it was interjected poorly.
Okay.
And I also think that the musical numbers didn't make a decision on whether it wanted to be involved in the plot or not be involved in the plot. Here's what I mean. When he is doing his musical number after they ask him what do they think about the death penalty, and then in reality he's just standing there, that sounds like relative to the plot, right?
Yeah.
Because that's his brain processing. You could have made the musicals being how Arthur processes his world,
Information, yeah.
right? Especially given that that starts after he starts going to like the music class or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Another time, you know, when him and Harley are having their little moment before they try to escape, that's another time where it like is representative of what's going on, you know. But then in other times, it just kind of seems like they're doing a thing to either rehash a feeling or just to do it, right?
I see what you
My
mean.
thing is, if we're doing it to engage in expanding on the feelings of how he's feeling in a moment, that can work. But I think directly following, we need to have a real world effect of that emotion. So, for example, when he has his I'm the Joker number, we see it kind of happen where he starts to then delve more into the Joker personality, right? But I think he should have did something overtly like Joker violent the way everybody wants him to be. The number where him and Lady Gaga are talking about like building the mountain and everything like that, I'm not gonna lie, beautiful musical number. Not necessary,
Not necessary. I agree. That's fair. I
right?
can completely agree with you on that.
I also feel like, given this is a display of insanity, right? Because we know Folia do means like a linked insanity or whatever. I think they were kind of tame for insanity reasons. Like, yeah, it was, you know, eccentric, sure. But like, nigga, start making niggas fly. Do some wicked shit. Make these niggas fly. Do some crazy shit. Show them really being disconnected from reality. You don't have to have it grounded.
Yeah.
Do some slapstick. Have the nigga throw a pie bomb in somebody's face like a real Joker does. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Yeah.
You could do
Make
the
him more
ties
like
of
a
like,
what was his name? What was
it
the actor's name?
Ray Romero?
Yeah. Make him more like Ray Romero's
yeah,
portrayal of Joker.
yeah, like, you know, like how you have like the accurate behavior of Joker the way we know him in comics. Put that in the musical numbers.
That would have been better, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So then, you know, even with the Joker that they perceive, the real Joker personality is still not even being expressed fully. Right.
And they don't even have to do it like repetitively. I think it would work good if they just like did a quick like nod to it too. Like maybe like in like the final act when like the movie's about to end and he hasn't like been killed off yet. Like,
Yeah.
why not?
So, you know, there was just things with that excuse me, with the musical numbers that I just think I'm not opposed to it being a musical. That was never my issue. I love musicals. So
Hell
you know what
yeah.
I mean? So if you want to make the first one a play and the second one a musical, I'm with it. You know, but give me some connectivity of some sort. You know, and then if you're gonna make it, you know, spread out from a reality, make it really out there, make it really surreal. You know, if we're talking about actual content, where I think the story fell short for me, everything's from Arthur's perspective, and so we don't get anything relational to anything else in the movie. Right? Harley comes to us already insane. Right? Arthur doesn't have any relationship to any of his fans outside. We don't see anything about them other than the fact that they're fans. We don't know anything about Harvey Dent. We don't know anything about, you know, anything else outside of. We don't know anything about the fucking guard thing. We could have expanded on so many different things to make it content wise a feature length film. Granted, if you did that, you wouldn't have as many musical numbers. So it felt like to me, Todd Phillips really wanted to make a Joker musical than anything else, because even with the fact that Harley comes to us already insane, right? If
Yeah.
you showed her deepening obsession, right? Her obsession for control of what Joker represents, right? And you give her scenes of that, of her own, right? To really hone in the fact that she doesn't love Arthur, she loves Joker. Because that was the whole thing with her, but it doesn't really hit home when we have that realization. Because one, it's kind of spoon-fed for us, but it's also spoon-fed softly. We don't get the depth of her insanity, and I think we need to see more of that.
Yeah,
You
they could
know,
have definitely cut out like some of the musicals in exchange for like more fleshing out of like his, I guess, like persona.
yeah, and then also, I would have liked for the Joker to actually have been a split persona in his head. The thing about
Hmm.
Arthur that we know about from the beginning is that his mental is very malleable. If you
Yeah,
tell him
even in
something
the first
enough
movie.
times, yeah, if you tell him something enough times, it becomes his reality. What I would have liked is seeing Joker and Arthur being one, and then the Lord, which we do kind of see it, but it's kind of like you have to do your inferencing to understand that's what's happening, right? Joker and Arthur being one, because the lawyer's trying to pitch that Joker and Arthur are separate people, we then see the split, right? Because the lawyer's trying to pitch that, right? And then the idea of competition between Arthur and the Joker happening because Harley puts that in his head. If you're gonna spoon feed us that, then spoon feed it to us like that, right? Make it directly a oppositional thing, right? And then the person that puts it in his head, it doesn't work in their favor, right? Because there was a split between Arthur and Joker, Arthur acts a certain way, Joker acts a certain way, and then neither cooperate with the lawyer. And then Harley wants Joker personality to win over Arthur personality, and then that makes Arthur denouncing Joker as an identity more impactful,
Mm.
because then he overcomes that response, because Joker, as we know, is a response to pressure and things going on to him, right? But it doesn't exist as its own persona. If you have it exist as a persona that he has to confront, if he confronted it in his times in solitary instead of just having them be thrown into solitary and that's it, you could have had a musical number where they fight each other,
Yeah, it
right?
could have been definitely more like fantastical, where Harley could have like a sledgehammer, like a comically large sledgehammer, and Joker could have like playing cards and stuff.
And then there's like other things that, like, I think story wise I would have thought hit better. Like, I would have preferred he get out, become real in charge of this Joker movement thing, and then they become so obsessed with the idea of Joker that they then sacrifice him, and that's how he dies.
Hmm.
And that's like the punchline joke. And and Joker becomes a representative mantle rather than
He
who
becomes like an idea.
Arthur is. Yeah, it becomes an idea of construct of defying the system, and you immortalize it by killing the actual Joker, so that way it's not bound to just him. And
It's
then he
funny.
realizes that they value Joker, not Arthur, and then he's like, oh, that's the real joke, and then he dies laughing or some shit. You know what I mean? That's just an idea. I haven't really,
That was fire. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Fire idea.
yeah, but I think it was just so much to left to be desired for me.
I just think that it it didn't use anything to its fullest capacity. Like whether it's like the first Joker's story, you know, and like what comes of that, the relationship between Harley
Mm-hmm.
Quinn and Joker, especially like from like comics and like many inspirations you can get it from. So like they didn't put that to its full capacity. I think all these things kind of fell short because they're all put together. And like I do agree with you now that you said it. Like I think that Todd Phillips wanted to make a Joker musical, and I think he. And when you said that, it kind of made sense to me because it did kind of feel like these all these different elements were crammed into a specific format, like trying making one puzzle piece fit into another that are not the same shape. rather than
Yeah.
let things flow. You know, because thinking about it from when you guys said the surrealism on that third episode, you know, you're right. Like, and I even said it like, there's nothing problem with it being a musical in itself. I think that the points you made about it make sense. But
Mhm.
I just like I always when I watched it, I felt such a disconnect the whole time. Like I just felt such a disconnect from the movie, the way I didn't like the first one. And it's like, and I know part of it is like because I'm not the like biggest fan of musicals. I do like them, but it's not like I always go towards them. But it's
Mhm.
not that I have a problem with them either. Like it's not like I saw the musical numbers. I'm like, oh, but like I would even really try to pay attention to them, and I was just like nah, no,
It's just
like
kind of
yeah,
happening.
like it's
It's
just kind of
the
happening.
musicals are just happening.
And like you said, like there's no like like it's there that like the results from the first movie, like they're there, but they're not fully like a lot of it felt like rehash. Like we're sort of
Yeah.
rehashing like and talking about these things that happened in the first movie again. And like instead of like rather than like more things happening to him for the second one. Like if you like you said, you gave pretty good ideas in my opinion about how the story of his identity could have went down. And I just think that like there should have been more focus there. Like people who are watching this movie know what happened in the first, you know? And it makes sense
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
to have like a court scene like in a courtroom, it makes sense in the context that he's arrested and like yeah, he's gonna have a trial. Like, yeah, it's not that I have a problem with that either. But the way that that trial was utilized for the entirety of the movie, to me, like was going against like this whole other side of things with Harley Quinn and his own identity and things rather than always working together. Sometimes
So conversely,
sometimes they inform one another, but to me, they there was points where I
they
felt
mismatched it.
completely separate.
Like I said, the musicals not being tied up to reality would have been okay if it was just to show that he's living in his own reality and nothing has a rhyme or reason in his reality. I could have rocked with that. Um, but it just seemed like it couldn't make a decision whether it wanted to do that or actually be tied into anything having to go on with the plot itself. Now, the court scene, I think we could have made the bombing
Hmm.
mean more through the court scenes by having the organization of law dissolve more as he bled into his Joker personality, which kind of did happen.
Yeah, it kind
Kind
of
of did
did
happen,
happen.
right? Which came into him, representing himself and everything like that. But I think him representing himself should have started sooner. I think, it should have gotten more and more mad. I think, we should have saw, like bailiffs and everything try to restrain him. We should have had a point in time where he was in a straitjacket in the thing or whatever, and the people in the courtroom start to give into him and his madness to show, how he represents the disgruntled Gotham population, which then which would have felt more justified and more representative of the bombing.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? There's different ways you could have framed it, and it's again, it's like you said, Braulio, where it's like the puzzle pieces just didn't fit together, and the foundational puzzle piece was this nigga wanted a Joker music. That's the foundation, you know. And again, if we're talking about the musical numbers by themselves, I like the musical numbers by themselves.
I wasn't a
I do.
huge fan.
Like
Like I wasn't a huge fan of the music numbers themselves. I'm not gonna lie.
I love the musicals. I don't care.
I love musicals.
No, but
I love
that
musicals.
is something I never judged. Like that's something I never like. That
Yeah,
wasn't really gonna be objective overall, like whether you like the music or not. But
yeah. It's just like you said, we need to decide what a purpose for using them is.
so, what's your final
Yeah.
rating? 10.
For Joker 2,
Yeah.
I give it like a 6.2.
6.2.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, I give it a 6. I give it a 6.2. It's definitely above average, just because like the spectacleized version of the musicals was enough for
The
me.
visuals are great. I will say that. The
Yeah,
visuals.
that's what I was saying. Like, but it's so much in the story that's left to be desired. At least the fact that the loose plot points, though they were loose, followed a progression, is enough for me to say, okay, it is something.
Mm. All right, fair. Now, I think there was also one more movie that you told me you would watch.
Oh boy. Thought this was the Joker episode of the podcast.
It kind of turned into it, but there was one more MCU project, wasn't there, Jaydon? I don't think you reviewed it on the pod.
Oh, Fantastic Four!
Yep.
I did watch that. I did watch that. Yes. Ganesh, I don't know how you liked Thunderbolts over Fantastic Four. I'm so sorry.
Look,
It's,
you know me.
it's more accurate that he
you-
disliked Fantastic Four more than he disliked Thunderbolts. He does
I
not
thought
like those
Fantastic Four
movies.
was corny.
Now, I will say there is a fundamental difference. This is a war that me and Ganesh have been waging since we've been friends. He likes grittier, grounded stuff. I like hopeful, upfeely stuff. So that's
Hey,
always
I
been
love
our back
Superman.
and forth. Yeah, but stuff that feels corny, I eat up.
I can acknowledge when it's like good, when the hopeful stuff is like good, and it's not like commercialized, packaged into a nice, neat little box type of cliche. I don't know. I felt like Fantastic Four, for me personally, it felt like that Monsters Inc. scene where they kind of just turn it into a box, and it's like, all right, here you go. It just felt like
actually, I don't even-
repetitive. It felt like I'd seen it over and over again before. So that's just me
and
personally.
I'll say what I said back in episode 3. Tropes exist.
Tropes exist, bro.
There's it's the different ways in which they're represented. Now, what I will say to you is this: I can agree that it is packaged nice into a neat little box, and if you have a problem with that, I think that's valid. And the nice, neat little box is family can overcome everything. No, the fuck we can't.
You heard it here first, guys.
We can't
Ganesh don't believe in family. He hates Fast and Furious. He hates Vin Diesel.
I had praise for The Rock anyways in that one episode.
I actually do have beef with Fast and Furious for that reason. For that same reason, which is family cannot just do. You can't just say we're family over everything and that fixes every fucking thing.
No,
That's
but
ridiculous.
Fantastic Four, like, I don't know. What are you expecting from Fantastic Four? You get me? Like,
we are literally superheroes in this.
I'll tell
You
you
know?
what. I'll tell you what. I did enjoy the Human Torch's story in Fantastic Four. I feel like if they had just centered the movie around that with Johnny Storm's character and how he feels kind of lost as a member, I can get behind that, where he feels lost as a member of the team, where he doesn't feel like as important because he is able to light up on fire, but like he's not the smartest man in the world. They don't go to him for like oh, how could we solve this? They kind of just like feed him directions and stuff. So I kind of like his character arc.
And you actually hinted at the things that I actually had issues with in the movie, which is the fact that it was really just the Reed and Susan show.
Yeah.
It really was the Reed and Susan show.
They did the thing dirty, bro. La cosa.
I think both the Thing and Johnny could have had more. I think if we had shown Johnny's need for meaningful connection, I will say I'm used to horny lady lover Johnny.
Yeah.
And the fact that we didn't get that, I was surprised.
We got like we got romantic Johnny, where he learned a whole language.
Yes, but I'm saying if we had started from a point of seeing him longing for meaningful connection and then went into him doing that, I think it would have hit harder for me. because we then establish a meaningful starting point for his character that made his character progression in the film mean more to me, right?
Fair.
But honestly, I don't think like I honestly look.
All right, Reed, go ahead.
Oh boy.
I don't think that look, your points are valid. The thing had like the least amount of progression, followed by Johnny, and obviously Sue and Reed were at the top. I'm not even gonna disagree there. Those are facts. Those are facts. The thing is, like, in my opinion,
It's clobbering time.
it's clobbering time. I think that if I don't know, I thought of the context of the MCU. I thought of like I think about all these things. Like if you're thinking about it as a singular movie, I think these points become even more valid. That like it would dock point. Like if it was like just a like the old days where it was just each like superhero was just in their own universe, nothing no crossing over. I honestly think if it was that, the story would be more different. I think they would flesh out these characters more. The thing is, if you're like within the context of the greater universe and the things that they're trying to set up for, I think they had to establish more about Reed and Sue and especially Franklin. You know?
So here's my thing.
Look, I personally do not have a problem with it. I know that people might. I know Ganesh does, and I think that's valid too. Like I think I'm not judging him for that.
Yeah, no. I don't believe that you're judging me. I do like it's a lot. Like it's too much at once, especially with the announcement about Doomsday that there's so many characters and that they plan on like introducing more when it comes to Secret Wars. You know, it's like what's Doomsday even gonna be about? And like the post scenes don't really help that much either. I feel like they give too little away. Like I feel like I have no idea what's gonna happen in Doomsday. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a bad thing.
I personally like that. I personally want to let them cook. You know what I mean? Because look, they're
It's the Russo brothers.
Robert Downey Jr. is a great actor. You know, he carried the MCU for 10 years. Kinda, you know what I mean?
I don't want to talk about RDJ in this. I'm still not happy about that decision. Please.
I'm not happy about it either.
It's
not even. I have Robert Downey Jr. fatigue.
It's not even about me.
I don't have RDJ fatigue.
I'm not even a person who's like, oh, Doctor Doom should be this or Doctor Doom should be that or I should get Doctor Doom in this way. I'm not going crazy about Doctor Doom. That's me personally.
Man,
I know Doctor Doom has I know Doctor Doom has a lot of potential. I know Doctor Doom is a really important character. I know that Robert Downey Jr. is a really good actor. And I know the Russo brothers are good when it comes to their Marvel movies. You know, I know that based on the like recent movies we've gotten, there's the upward spiral. Like not spiral, there's an upwards climb of quality. And so I'm not saying that I'm excited for Doomsday, that I think Doomsday is gonna be fantastic, that Doomsday's this or Doomsday's that. I'm just letting them cook. That's it. I'm letting them cook, and I'm going to see the final product. I'm going to see what they do with all these characters. I'm just going to see. I'm not going to talk crap.
Okay.
And I'm not going to say anything.
Okay, well, here's the thing. I feel like it's not fair to treat apprehension like we're villainizing or degrading the saying,
hey,
it's
don't
get
defensive.
Trash.
I never said you were. I'm merely saying I'm saying what I feel.
I know, and I know, but I'm saying in this time in which we have discussions, not us. I'm not even talking about us here. I'm talking about the internet culture. So my response wasn't really to you. It was more like internet culture, where it's the fact that if you say you're apprehensive about saying, you're saying, oh, it's going to be dog shit, you hate it. And if you're saying I'm going to let it cook, people are going to say, oh, it's going to be great, right? So both of our points are more towards the center of the conversation. Mm-hmm. Right, and internet sensationalism in terms of how we have debates and conversations. Okay. Make it feel like you got to be one or the other, right?
Yeah, that's
I
BS.
also am of the mind of I'm letting them cook. Right? I'm of the mind I'm letting them cook. But I will express that I am not exactly a big fan of the cash grab move of RDJ. Because at the end of the day, we have to call a spade a spade. It is a cash grab move. Is it going to be great because RDJ is a great actor and a great performer? Of course. Of course. But aside from that, we're also leaning heavily into his prior legacy
Yeah.
as a motive to motivate
Guys,
us to watch.
we love No Way Home.
Yes, but I love No Way Home, but
We
again,
love No Way
that doesn't mean
Home.
that.
We like No Way
But
Home.
hold on.
We
Hold
like
on,
No Way Home.
You like No Way Home.
hold on. We can love something and discuss and distinguish its overall quality. No Way Home is not an exception to what I'm talking about. It is actually one of the epitomes of that. So don't think that because I love No Way Home that I can't acknowledge the fact that it's leaning on the fact that you got Sam Raimi Spider-Man and Andrew
Yep, we
Garfield
got
Spider-Man and all that.
cameos.
We got cameos. Because not for nothing, the ending of that movie was fucking stupid. I love that movie down. And I love what's setting up for Brand New Day and everything like that. But the nigga chose to put himself in that situation. He could have took more than 2 seconds to think about his decision and go back to the first decision that he made at the beginning,
Yep.
which would have saved him. That was a factually stupid move, right? But again, it's bringing us New Day. I'm cool with it. I'm letting them cook, right? And not for nothing. As much as I'm excited for Brand New Day is also, to me, also kind of leaning in the fact that it's pulling in other things. John Berthol's Punisher. I am really fucking excited to see those two interact.
We'll see what
So,
an MCU Punisher.
pulling Netflix characters into main MCU spotlight. Right
we saw a glimpse of it in No Way Home.
Now, Brand New Day is a little bit different because standalone, there's enough hype for it on its own, right? But Doomsday, I think, has the reverse issue. Standalone, we don't know anything about Doomsday to make me excited for Doomsday by itself. If Doomsday did not have RDJ, I would not be excited for Doomsday. I would not be anticipating anything for Doomsday.
Oh, really?
Right?
Not even for the X-Men or anything?
Now,
right.
Well, now because of the X-Men, yes. But
or the Thunderbolts?
I'm saying,
or Fantastic Four?
No.
Even after watching
Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four are not enough to make me excited for Doomsday on its own.
So
No,
Robert
not
Downey
on its-
Jr. as
not on its
Doom,
own.
as Doctor Doom.
I'm saying all of them.
All of it together, yes, all of it together can make me be like, okay, they're gonna do something, I'm gonna watch it. But the real, like, oh my gosh, let's really see them cook. It comes from X-Men, and it comes from, are they going to just make RDJ a cash grab move, or are they actually going to give me Doctor Doom the way I need Doctor Doom? Doctor Doom, I will admit, I am biased. Doctor Doom is one of my favorite villains ever.
Same. And I don't think that Robert Downey Jr. should have played him, but that's
how I feel. I think if you guys have watched Game of Thrones, I think his name is Nikolaj or something. He plays Jaime Lannister in Game of Thrones. I think he would have made a good Doctor Doom. Or we could have got somebody who's actually Romani to do it, but whatever. We're not going to get into that discussion. Because I feel more strongly about Scarlet Witch with that than anything else, but we're not going to get into it because I'm going to get mad if I do. I think that the reason why there's not enough standalone hype about Doomsday is the fact that more than any other franchise, more than any other fandom, Marvel MCU has insane think tank level theorists that might be able to guess the entire plot off of 2 bits of information. And so understanding that issue, I also understand why they're not giving us anything. And that's another reason why I'm saying I'm letting them cook, because they have to evade the theorists. And the reason why I say that is because we've seen it. You may not see it with like other franchises. If you engage in anime discussions or whatever, you'll see it in anime discussions. Anime theorists are just as much of a big of an issue. I knew anime theorists that guessed the entire rest of the plot of My Hero before we got to the end. I would hate to see that happen to the MCU. But as a result, my hype for Doomsday is not that high.
Yeah.
As a result, my hype for Secret Wars is not that high.
Well,
right?
I mean,
There's
we'll have to
also-
see. We'll have to see after Doomsday if what the hype for Secret
Right.
Wars is.
Right. I also acknowledge there is a cut of excitement because of the momentum being shifted violently because of the whole thing with Jonathan Majors. That's also a factor too.
Yeah, people are talking about like the cash grab decisions and like the rushness of it and like how there's not like no build up and stuff like that. Like, guys, it's
There's only so much they
it's
can do.
both because like it's because purely of business decisions. It all comes down to business decisions.
I can't say purely. I can
No.
say derived, and I can say it has a heavy impact, but I can't say purely.
Listen to me. Listen to me. It
Uh-huh.
all comes from business. I'm not saying it's all cause of that. It's all comes from business decisions.
I was nitpicking your words because you said purely. The way you're saying it now, I can agree with. You said purely, I said,
Well, yeah. But let me cook.
yeah, go ahead, Cook. Go ahead.
After Endgame, what happened? Business decision number one. CEO of Disney at the time decides we need so much more. On top of that, COVID. That affected everything. All right. COVID affected the shows then. Him wanting more things led to a bunch of shows, a bunch of projects getting greenlit. So the next couple of years of movies and films, first of all, there was a big gap. If you remember that, there's a huge gap in movies like Black Widow and like I don't know if Shang-Chi was a part of that, but like
Yeah, because of the focus on TV shows.
so that happened, right? COVID started dying down. They're trying to build up Kang. They're still in this like this quantity over quality thing, and the reason it became quantity over quality is because they tried to do more, but they were spread too thin. We got bad scripts, we got bad shots, we got bad CGI, we got bad movies. We got movies that were not great. Were there gems in there? Yes. But even those gems are not like shining as brightly as some of the other stuff that we've gotten in the past. Now what happened? And on top of that, okay, this whole thing with Jonathan Majors. We're not gonna get into too much of what happened there. But business decision. Let him go.
Yeah, if you don't know what happened, there, nigga, get out from under the rock you in.
Business
Like,
decision.
You gotta know.
They let him go. So you let go of this guy who was hired to be the big bad of the whole shebang. You know?
Right.
They like in terms of Marvel Studios, I think at that time they weren't allowed to cook because Disney is Disney.
And you know what? Fuck Disney for that.
Yeah,
because
fuck Disney for many things, honestly.
Yup.
Disney does not ever let nobody fucking cook for shit.
Don't
And-
go to SeaWorld
sorry,
and
no.
don't go to Disney World.
Not
and now they're overcorrecting because now they're gonna let the public cook on Disney Plus with AI. Like Disney,
No, for real.
Disney needs
Wait,
to.
whoa! I didn't hear about this. I
So
didn't.
Wonder
Disney-
Man?
Bob Iger announced that the future of Disney Plus is going to include AI, which will allow people to post shorts, basically like a social media like TikTok, of AI generated content using their IPs.
I'm tired of this shit, yo. Fuck AI. Didn't we open this up with fuck AI?
Fuck AI.
Fuck AI,
And
bro.
fuck Disney, bro.
Oh my
Yep.
god, bro. Listen. Not to separate a separate conversation to talk about like a totally different franchise. Star Wars. Sorry. They're trying to do their cash grab thing with Star Wars, and they're fucking up on multiple fronts. And it's like, if you really wanted the cash grab, make the legend shit. It's not that hard.
So
Legend shit
They
is
just don't
MCU
have.
level.
They don't
Star Wars-
prioritize the fans.
there you go. Star Wars is a great example, right? Of like when it was George Lucas, like yeah, people had their opinions about whatever, like the prequel movies, like glorifying the like they had their opinions, whatever, but they were his. Like they were his movies. You know? And people are like loving the prequels now more than they did at the time. And then the sequels
I'm
come
sorry,
out,
but
and that's even more divisive because that's Disney.
Yeah.
And the stuff since. Like after Endgame, like until Endgame, a lot of it was done in house. Marvel Studios became a powerhouse on their own. You know, they did their thing. They were able to just make their movies. Yes, they kept it at a core level of like, we're doing this really linear, this whole phase, but they had control over that. Ever since they lost,
and
lost that control. It's kind of like Sony with Spider-Man. Eventually, they always drop the ball. Like when they dropped the ball with TASM 2 or Spider-Man 3 a little bit, like in terms of like how like the too many villains.
The
Like,
executives.
Venom
Like,
Venom
what?
should not have been in that movie.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, yeah. Listen, and the other thing is like having your own startup situation also gives you leveraging room for when you're making these business conversations, these business decisions. Star Wars did not have that foundation the way MCU did.
Mm-hmm.
So given that, I can understand the argument of like the niggas just got snatched. They just got snatched. You know what I mean? But it's like still we got to do things that make sense.
Yeah, I mean, and so when all that happens, right? And like years start to pass, and they're trying like as a bit now like Disney finally lets Marvel like, okay, you know what? Let's give the control back to you a little bit.
Right.
They allow them to like not make as many shit. They canceled a bunch of stuff. Another business decision. Canceled a bunch of stuff.
They canceled good stuff too.
Yeah,
I'm
but
still mad about something.
But it's not like some of those things won't ever happen. It's just like they need to like imagine that. Imagine you're like the biggest, like one of the biggest franchises, right? And you're supposed to like have these Avengers movies that you announced like years ago. And all of a sudden your main villain, like, first of all, is not built up right because you're spread too thin. And now he's fired. And like you're like, crap, what do we do? So I don't blame them too much. Because yes, your arguments are valid about the Doctor Doom thing. But I also don't blame them too much for going the cash grab route. Especially if they could really, like, if they do it well enough. Like, if they do it, they pulled out all their heavy hitters. They said Robert Downey Jr. carried, like, yeah, it's like kind of like cash grab, like, things. And it's so obvious. Like, oh, Robert Downey Jr. carried, like, MCU before, let's put him back. Oh, Russo brothers did really great. Put him back. Like,
okay, now. Oh, wait.
Can you blame that? You know, I don't.
Okay, so I understand what you're saying. Me personally, I would rather lose some fans over the fact that we're losing, you know, the cash grab, the sensationalism of the shit. I would rather lose some fans because we were trying to get shit that is core foundationally strong, set off of like what they built, rather than the fact that like this person's established, this thing's established, whatever like that. I'd rather lose some fans off of that, but then try to maintain status quo of money with that. Yeah. Granted, that is a business decision. I understand business decisions have to be made at the end of the day. Money the way they want it at the end of the day, fine. But my opinion, there is some cheesiness to that I just don't appreciate.
That's fair. I mean, not everyone's gonna like it, and that's fine. I just don't blame them. And honestly, at the end of the day, they're just doing these. Yeah. They're doing these Avengers movies, and they're trying to do them as good as they possibly can before they soft reboot the whole thing and start fresh. So again,
hey,
I don't blame them.
We get X-Men in there.
Exactly.
When we get soft reboot,
that's the true thing that I'm
excited
excited for, because I'm like, give them a fresh start. Let them start a phase from square one to square two, like to the end, and then I can judge Marvel Studios on their quality rather than the things that happened to them.
Yeah, and that's something I can agree on, because again,
I feel like I just
we seen a reset.
I feel like I just fucking
we seen a reset universe where it's reset and we get X-Men and Avengers built in there, Fast and Fantastic Four and them built in there and everything like that. I can say I have anticipation for that aspect. You know what I'm saying? But then to me, it's like moving from point A to B. It's hard for me to want to stay on the ship as much. I'm gonna stay on the ship because I'm a dedicated fan. I'm gonna stay on the yacht because I always have hope. But I'm not gonna sit here and act like the ride is smooth all the way there. Right? Granted, I know that's not what you're saying, but there are people who are saying, suck it up, shut up about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with that mentality. Also, on the comment of the Russo brothers, they write good action shit. Sometimes when it comes to expanding their characters, I'm a little.
Listen, I
But
like their
regardless,
Thor better than, oh, except for Endgame Thor. Never mind, I changed my mind. Half their Thor appearances was better than the ones we got in the Thor movies.
listen,
Honestly,
and that's
wait,
what I was
wait,
gonna say.
wait.
Like,
Honestly, it goes Thor Infinity War are number one. Number two would be Thor Ragnarok, and number three would be Thor Endgame. And then after that, it would probably be like, maybe you can argue. I don't care. You can argue either one: Thor 1 and 2 Thor, or freaking Thor 4 Thor. Like, I don't care.
You know damn well Love and Thunder is last.
I'm not gonna lie. Second to last, I really do not care for that second Thor. I'm so sorry.
What do you mean, The
I'm
Dark World?
Yeah, I really don't care for that movie. I'm so sorry.
And it's
Yeah,
one thing to not care, but it's another thing to just have potential right there in your face and just throw it away.
And that's the thing. Like, MCU phase, like Infinity Saga, has some garbo in it. You know, it has some garbage in it. But even the garbage we forgive.
Because like you could tell there was something there, I guess.
You know,
You know
that's
what?
I'm saying.
It's a shot in the dark.
Granted, some of our forgiveness that we give to Infinity Saga Garbo is the fact. I have to call her back.
Yo, I think we're running super. How
We are, yeah.
What is the time code?
Ooh, we ran over by 15 minutes.
Your time code's not at 50 minutes.
Let me see.
I said 15.
An hour 15?
Yeah.
Yo,
Oh
we
my
need to
god.
end. We need
Bruh.
to end.
Okay. Yeah. No. We're gonna call it.
If you want to hear more of the discussion, comment down below because we have a lot to say apparently.
Yeah, we have
This
a lot
is
to
actually
say.
very fun.
We'll have a separate content.
Ooh. All right. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode. I'm sorry we cut it off all of a sudden, but we're way over time.
Yeah.
If you want to hear more about it, be sure to let us know in the comments.
Yep. Please
Yeah.
like, comment, share,
Sorry,
subscribe. You can follow me at Cappy Braulio.
TikTok is g.ramcharan.
_ J the human _
And with that said, we will see you guys next week on the next episode of Debate-ent Royale podcast. And with that said, peace out.
Peace out.
Peace.